birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonzo. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Far out, man. Yes. All right, let's cut this baby.
Let's do it. You can cut them. That shakes the tongue.
Who blows out?
Oh, should I turn this off or should I?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you get 7, I'll get 0.
Okay, sounds good. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
And so, begin the festivities for Bonzo's 70th birthday party. When you cut it, Mama, save me a slice.
Should I remove these fellas?
You should do whatever
I'm just kidding. No, let's
thou,
leave them in there.
thou wish.
We'll want to cut. We'll cut from the bonds. You want to cut or you want me to?
Yeah, take the plaque out. Doesn't the plaque look like the old Batman? Like, bam, pow.
Oh my God! Should we remove that and save it?
Yeah, let's save it.
Hang on, them shakes the clownish. It does look like a zap pow.
Doesn't it?
Shake.
Zap.
Glad I'm using my right hand.
Just grab it with your fingers.
There we go.
Man.
Okay, where should I?
Just put it on the damn towel.
I will put it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut
All
it,
right.
Mama. Save
Shall
the
we?
slice. Yes.
Didn't we get this from some weird dispensary? Hopefully it'll be good. It
This,
had
this
a
came
green
from Schlegel's Bakery.
had a green cross on the door. See you tonight. Yeah. Oh, what should we? How should we do it?
Oh yeah, let's get a.
We're getting debris on the carpeting.
That's all right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's Scotch guarded, you know.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right, plates are on the over there,
Yes.
yonder.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it up.
Which one? I'll give you this one. Uh-oh, hang on. How to cut a cake by Quakestein.
No cardboard for me, thank you.
Okay. Would you help me, sir?
Should I take over at this
Would
point?
you take over? I have issues. I have nervous system issues. Hang on a second. I'll be right.
God damn, this thing's like made of concrete.
It is.
I've never had such a hard time cutting a cake. Hey, you know why this cake is so hard to cut?
Why?
Because it's bonzolium. It's the hardest substance known to man.
It's that's where I got the name for Bonzolium. There's a flooring called Congolium
Oh yeah.
that we just put in the kitchen, and then I became Bonzolium. Okay.
All right.
Say,
Wow.
all right. Oh, dude, there's strawberries. It's
This-
got strawberries.
This is a Black Forest tort from Schlegel's Bakery.
Here we go. And the schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Oh my God, is this an actual cherry here, do you think?
I believe it is, but it's a maraschino.
I love those. Remember in Greece? She's like, you know, it's in cherry.
I never was that big a fan of Grease.
I gotta tell you,
Do you have it all memorized?
well, my sister used to play it. The summer of '78 was never so. It was in perpetuity in our stereo system, but the movie's pretty funny.
Perpetuity.
What? Oh.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Happy birthday, Bonzo.
Should have a beer with this cake.
Absolutely. Think about it, man. You'd have been 70.
70 years old, man. I know. It's kind of amazing that
Very good.
after all these years, Bonzo's
I mean, it's so globulous.
lasting impact and influence is just probably more so than any other drummer.
Well, again, you know what it is. It's just that.
I mean, Buddy Rich, of course, and there's...
Well, you know what it is? It is just unique. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of musicians. I mean, granted, you're going to have a lot of people that are just not gonna like. There's some people that just like this band and don't like that band. It's just the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, then they miss out on Bonham's drumming because it gets lumped into just that band sound. But Bonham really had such a unique way of playing. He was like a German symphony. You know what I mean? He was like a sort of a. You know what commercial I'm surprised they have?
Do you mean like because of the way he?
Kind of
dynamics.
Like, yes, like his dynamics into loud, but not pompously. Like just like he'd never overdo it. He'd just do it once or twice.
No, that's true.
It's like that commercial for Jägermeister, which is like, it's cold. Of course it's cold. It's German.
Yeah, that's a weird commercial.
It is a little bizarre. If I was German, I kind of might be like.
Anybody's seen that commercial? I don't know.
I might be like, really?
It's a little bizarre.
It is a little bit. That's German.
It's good to be the Meister, right?
You know what's so funny is how similar Jägermeister and Ouzo and some other liquid taste, like that sort of licorice-y.
Wow, that was a tangent.
Well, it is. It's, I don't drink it.
Yeah, licorice, right.
Yeah,
Sambuca.
Sambuca.
Yeah, that's
what I
good
meant.
stuff.
It is good stuff.
You want a drink, by the way?
Actually, yeah, what do you have?
What do you got? What do you want? Beer?
Actually,
Whiskey?
I don't drink anymore. I'll have a water. No, wait, I have my water right up there.
Water.
My Aquafina.
Okay, this might take a while. I'm going to hand you your Aquafina.
Have me an Aquafina. Oh, you know what's funny? Because I'm going to play tonight Immigrant Song from How the
Last
Won.
Yeah, so let's tell everybody about the Bonzo birthday bash at Metro. You've been informing people about it in your videos, right?
3730 North Clark, which is essentially, it's kind of across the street from Wrigley and up the street a little bit. Just west, just kind of northwest of Wrigley.
Legendary local rock club. Sorry for talking with my mouth full of cake.
Well, it's okay.
It's Bonzo's birthday.
It is. And,
so Metro, the good thing is there's no Cubs game tonight.
Thank God.
They're playing the Mets.
And
they're in New York, yeah.
Thank God, that would suck.
Yeah, that would suck.
You know what I'm going to do? I used to live up, George and I, at different times, lived on the same block. That's one big block, actually, I think, dude.
What are you talking about?
Remember when you lived up in Lakeview?
Yeah, you mean on Southport?
Yeah, you lived on the Southport angle. I was on the Greenview angle, dude.
Oh, right.
I lived from 2000 to 2004.
Yeah, like around the corner.
And that's where I'm going to park. I'm going to park up there somewhere tonight and just walk the 4 blocks.
Oh, okay. I got a bunch of shit that I have to bring, though. Oh, yeah. I have to bring some cymbals, a ching ring, a whistle.
Are you bringing that Supra?
I'm bringing a whistle.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm bringing that Supra.
Okay. I'm going to have to guard.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. I got to bring the snare, too.
We got to get the Brinks guards to protect that thing. That is so far...
Handcuff it to
That is the best tuned bottom snare ever. I think everyone will agree. I know they will.
Well, sometimes I'm happier with it than others. It seems to have a mind of its own.
Well, it's funny. Like
drums are funny that way. Like you can tune up your shit and think that everything is just right, and then the next time you play it, something's changed.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know if it's more subjective than the actual. Obviously the drum probably doesn't change. It's not like it has calfskin heads.
No, well that's just it. And part of the thing is you'll sit down, you'll play it, and you won't do anything to it. You get up, you come back the next day, but then it's back to where it was the day before, and you're like, well, was that my ear's relative?
Right.
Or was the drum kit sort of possessed by the Overlook Hotel temporarily? It was Jack.
Yeah.
No, you've always been the caretaker.
We need Scatman Crothers around.
Oh my God. Oh my God. God, The Shining. So here we are. This is it.
Yeah, so
these are the actual flutist thermoglass drums.
Well, so a lot of people ask about the drums.
Yes.
And I had the Gold Sparkle set up for a while.
You did, yeah.
Did some videos with it, and people were asking about that kit and the details. So often I'll just post the details in the video, but it seems like a lot of times people don't read the descriptions of the video anyway. So they just ask, like, what's that kit? What are the sizes? So I guess
on their phones sometimes it's kind of a pain in the ass to read the...
Right,
A lot of people see it on their phone, so they just go right to the video.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as far as the heads go, I think this is the original Weathermaster head.
It is a DB1000, which I think puts it at what they would have called an Emperor. Isn't it a DB1000, or would that have been an Ambassador?
I thought it would have been an Ambassador just based on the feel of that.
Yeah, a 1250 is an Emperor, right? When it says DB1250.
I don't remember their... I have to look at their catalog.
Do you remember on Bonham's Amber Visalite?
Should we move the cake out of the way?
Oh my God, yeah.
Slide the cake out, yeah. Wish we had some more people to share this cake with.
Hang on, I got somebody calling. Hinsdale. This is my insurance agent. We'll call him back.
Let's record this.
I want my 15-inch hi-hats insured tonight when I take him to the gig. He's calling me back.
You know what?
24
I realize we need more light.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
Do you remember?
First half of this video is going to be kind of on the dark side.
Do you remember Dark Star, that John Carpenter movie? Let there be light. The Hal, the robot in Dark Star goes, it's a voice like this. Let there be light.
Oh, is it like a mock of 2001?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's from 74. They did it pretty
Yeah, sorry about that. It looks like the lighting might have been a little low.
No, that's all right. You might be able to brighten it up in YouTube, or I think you can, the contrast.
Yeah.
So, you know what, man? This is the coolest shot right here. You know those pictures of Bonham that are taken, like, just from this angle?
Yeah, like when you get down in here.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really. Let me take this thing off the...
So right now, real
Trash
fast,
hat.
we have your 24-inch Giant Beat and your 20-inch Crash model from 79, 2002 Black Label.
Right.
And then over there is your 18-inch Crash model from 77, I think.
Yeah, let me see what the serial number says. Yeah, 7.2.
Okay, and then you have the hi-hats, which are an authentic older pair of Formula 602 Sound Edge with the 52 ripples, it looks like.
Yeah.
Or at least 46. The more ripples.
Yeah, these are the older ones with,
Yes.
with the more
15
ripples.
inch.
And the reason I put these up is tonight I'm going to bring the 2002 Black Labels that match these.
Good. Okay.
To the show. So,
Good.
yeah. So this is the deal. You know, here's the snare. I got a vintage Emperor on it.
Yeah. And then you hit here. So yeah, there's your vintage. Want to give them the pitch anyway, just for fun?
Sure.
Like that?
Yeah, let's do that. So here's the tone of the drum without the snares on. I'm hearing two, yeah.
Like a fifth. It's like a train whistle.
Here's the tom. It's got an old Ambassador tom-tom head on it. This also may be an original head. It's pretty worn.
Yeah, that's
but
older,
it just
man.
sounds so good. I can't bear taking it off.
I have heard you.
And this head, this head is a 750, DB 750 medium. So maybe you're right. Maybe that one, what did you say that was? 1,000 on the
1,000. I forget the old Ludwig. So that might be the Ambassador. That might be an Emperor, or this.
Right.
One. Yeah, because this isn't a.
Yeah, this says medium.
Yeah, it says medium 500.
And then this is the 18.
Another
and it
tom
also
tom.
has an old. And the 18 and the 14-inch rack tom came together.
Yes.
There's the old Manny's Music, 48th Street, which they've torn down a lot of those music stores.
Do you still have the
Along 48th
one step
Street
or
now.
2 steps between, or half step even? One full step, right?
It's like a whole step.
Bum, 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 or 3 steps almost. Bum 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 bum. At least
I'm
to
hearing da 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 and then da da da. Yeah, you know, sometimes the overtones you hear, like we hear different pitches.
Yeah. Plus, it'll come through different on the camera, which makes me
Exactly.
feel like a jackass
And you
because it
look
sounds
like
so
an asshole.
clearly. Yeah.
Like,
and that
oh,
doesn't sound anything like
no
it.
wonder he's a drummer. He's tone deaf. And then the bass drum just has a Remo bass drum head with a bunch of spots and stains on it. And
DNA on that bad boy.
that's for sure. And I've got a strip across the back. It might be a little hard to see
Oh yeah.
because of the darkness.
Yeah, I see it.
There's a strip across the back, and then I have
I
have shredded newspaper inside up to just about where that strip is.
About the second lug coming up, right?
Yeah, exactly. About up to the second lug coming up. And depending on the light, you can see the shadow. Kind of like that photo we talked about of Bonham in the studio.
Yeah, at Olympic.
Recording the second album, I think.
Yes, and you see the
And you
Hammond there and Jimmy Page. I think that day they recorded Since I've Been Loving You. I know that sounds funny. I know it was on Zeppelin 3. But you see one floor tom, one crash.
Yeah, I can't remember what that session was. If that was... that's at Olympic Studios.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
and he said the name in the text underneath. He said the name of the song or two that they were doing. Like, hey, what can I do, or something maybe, or something like that. Or,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm pretty sure. I know Since I've Been Loving You had one crash and one floor tom. You can totally hear it.
So that's the kit. That's the Thermogloss babies.
It is.
Yeah. And they're like from 1970, 71.
Yes, because you have that begins with 8, right? Is that the first number there? And then your floor tom begins with 1, so it just might be a few years later.
Yeah, and the base
16, because you have to get that
16,
separately, right?
the 18 and the 20 and the 26 also begin with 8, and the numbers are very close, so they obviously came as a set.
Exactly. Yeah, you're 18, you're 14, you're 26. They're perfect. And I love look at this. I love that original Thermogloss, how they used to spray that stuff. Oh, it's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yes,
real Corinthian leather. It smells like rich mahogany.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Thermogloss.
Absolutely. It absolutely is. So do you want to get on there and just bang it?
So what do we got going?
Well, we got the gig tonight. We can't actually make this too long today because at some point we do have things, but we can't. Hey, is that on me?
Yes, it is, sir.
Check this out. Watch this. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh.
No, so you know what? Eventually,
your Sonny Payne impersonation.
Oh my God! What we do have to talk about eventually, is the motifs that went in and out of Bonham. It's like pulling the chair in Men in Black when he pulls that chair or the table. Are the motifs Bonham did like early on? You remember like first and second record? Boom, boom,
yes.
Triplets around, kinda.
I'm gonna lower the recording level a little bit because maybe I'll sit down and hit the drums a little.
I think you should.
Hopefully everybody can still hear us. So.
All right, look at that.
We'll have to talk louder.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm actually, just so everyone knows, I'm not using the mics right now, obviously, because we're spieling more than we're playing.
Yeah.
So. You're absolutely right about that.
Do you want me to get the camera? Can I get the camera on you?
No, that's it. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's
it? Oh, you can see? Oh, can I be seen too?
Yes, we can both be seen.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You sound like Mongo from Blazing Saddles.
Candygram from Mongo. Candygram from Mongo.
Right. So I just did a cover of Moby Dick yesterday. And when I finished it,
to be posted.
No, I posted it. I posted it like in the wee small hours.
Oh, I just
because I figured it's his birthday, you know.
Aww.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of stuff. You know how that is. I mean, first of all, I rarely play Moby Dick. Like I don't really have a reason to play Moby Dick start to finish.
Right.
And then it's kind of weird, playing it in your basement, no audience. It's a little bit of a. I don't know. There are a lot of things that I wish that I had done or addressed that I didn't,
But
like
that's how it always is.
And things with, the hands portion, like, why didn't I do, this part or that part? But, it is interesting to note that his development seemed to be so rapid within a short time. Yeah. Like from how he played in 69 and then 70 was... Already he was refining his technique, I think, a lot within that year. Yeah. And then...
Well, a huge jump from 69 to 71.
Yeah,
compare BBC sessions at the Paris
Theater. And then, exactly, and then the BBC stuff early in 71. Yeah. And then there's things that you hear him play, like pet, kind of...
I love the little
phrases.
Pet stills and phrases. We're going to make dedicated videos on those
so
things.
we'll talk about that. And also, I think, if viewers have some suggestions on some of those things that they notice that are like particular favorites.
Exactly.
We could do breakdowns of some of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it is great getting the. It's funny. I will say sometimes making the videos. There are a lot of people that are very Bonzo knowledgeable like we are. We just happen to be the guys making the videos. Like people will say stuff, and then I'll get videos like, Terry, here's me doing no quarter Moby Dick show. And I watch it and I think to myself, like, this guy just killed this, man. I mean, you know what I mean?
What about the Japanese kid who did Royal Albert Hall?
Bonzo Nishi?
Yeah. He's ridiculous.
That was, I think, like from 10 years ago.
It's a while ago now.
He did. He must be separate videos.
He must be playing. Right, he broke it into...
Somebody told me that Bonzo...
Didn't he play with Jimmy Sakurai?
He played. There's a clip or two where I think he played the gig where Jimmy Page is there. I think that's Bonzo Nishi there.
Wow.
But there's a couple other, we look up Jimmy Sakurai, you'll see this Bonzo Nishi guy who's got to be like 30 now.
For those who don't know, Jimmy Sakurai is a guitarist with Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin experience.
He is now.
now.
He used to play.
He's touring with him. He used to tour with Led Zeppelin again.
Derek played a gig or two with him, didn't he?
Yeah, quite a few.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in Led Zeppelin again for a while.
That's a good gig, man.
Yeah, so that guy's pretty phenomenal because he memorized that solo. That's I got a couple requests to play Moby Dick from Royal Albert Hall, and I'm like,
well, and that's the thing too.
Wait a minute now.
Well, because
let's take it easy.
And that's true though,
because that's a monstrous,
it's a monstrous solo
task to memorize.
And I will say, to be totally honest, compared to Bonham's other solos, you can tell at that show, and I know people might be like, what are you talking about? But you can tell he was a little nervous because when he does the solo, there's little things that, even though they don't sound like mistakes to the layman, you can tell there's certain things he's trying around that he does a little, and he moves away from it.
I think anytime a camera's on you, and that's a legendary venue, although they had played Royal Albert Hall before, and by then they were pretty famous. But
right.
I think when a camera's on you, plus the cameraman often is like walking around the drums.
Yeah.
I've played concerts where they've been televised, and I'm telling you, man, as soon as someone walks up and the little red light is on, and they've got the camera, and they start going like this to you or to your hands, it puts you in a different mindset. You start to get self-conscious. Well, I do.
The act of observing disturbs the observed.
Yeah,
that is a true statement.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it's not as natural. It's the same thing like playing Moby Dick, putting that camera on, and no one else is here, and I'm not getting any response or anything. It's just it's definitely. I know I could do better. I could probably do worse too.
Well, that's the thing. Part of the thing is too is that there's always you're always gonna what you end up nailing though. Depending you're always surprised when you go back and see kind of how good it is though. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that
I find things that I can't stand.
No, I know. Always. I know.
But like getting back to what you said about Bonzo, I think that's true. It's such a great solo, but it's also because it's documented on film that we have close-up video footage of him playing all this great stuff at Albert Hall.
A lot of paradiddles.
Yeah, like we should do some. What I want to do is like a multi-stage breakdown of that solo.
Yes,
that I think would be good to go over, like how he starts it with the. Right? And then he's got like a...
Yeah.
Clicks his stick in there at some point.
You know what's so funny? There's
stuff.
We should invent a name for that particular, because that's kind of an inverted paradiddle diddle, because you're doing right, left, and then a left. It's like...
It's actually...
Yeah, so right,
left. It's not right. It starts with a single stroke.
Oh, right, left. So say it out loud, just so I don't mess it up.
Right, left, right, left, right, left.
Okay, right, left. Right, left, right.
It's, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, you were right. You were right. So, right, left, right, left,
and then into
right. Yeah, it ends.
Yeah.
It ends with a double stroke on the left hand.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's it.
We should.
And it's in.
It's like 3 groups of 3.
Yeah, it's in compound time.
Yeah,
it's in 3.
Yeah. You can think about like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. We should actually develop.
We did a video early on where we kind of talked about this. Maybe we weren't like real. We didn't get into it real clearly.
We should develop a name for that. I know you could say it's inverted paradiddle in 9 or whatever, but we should develop a name for that. Right, left, left. Yeah. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a.
And then he also does fast paradiddles soon after that.
Yes. Around
where
the
he's,
kit too.
you know.
And those are just paradiddles around the kit.
Yeah, but it's the way
so much more.
he's sticking them differently because he's going. I'm sorry. So that's
Left, right.
and then this is happening. Right?
I love
That's
when he
it.
just stops real fast.
Yeah, he's got like. Something like that.
You know
That's
what?
the key. Is that then there's that. The single
That's a
strokes.
hard one.
The single strokes with that same, you know. It's actually a simple pattern.
Well,
It's just
correct me if I'm
playing
wrong.
it.
What he did before, remember you did the right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, left, which is like 3 of 3, like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a.
Yeah.
It's what he seems to be doing there is 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. When you're doing that on the snare, do that again.
Yeah, but it's all single strokes.
right. It's all single
Yeah.
strokes. 1 and. Remember, because 1
You
and
know, I
a 2
always
and a
think-
3 and is 12 notes.
Yeah, and I always think
1,
he
2, 3, 4,
kind
5,
of
6,
like
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12.
right, but I think he moves between 3 and 4 often in the solo.
He does that all over the joint in general.
Because you're hearing this like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know, because of, and now it's like 4. Well, that's still in 3. Then it kind of becomes 4. No, that's still 3.
Well, you know what the thing is. What it happens is 12 is the magic number because that's the least common, or like the whatever mathematically the 3s and 4s with 12.
Yeah.
So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a is 1 and a 2 and a like you can it comes. It's 3 groups of
Yeah, you
1
got- But you get the bass drum is catching some of those notes because you're going.
Exactly.
Those are hitting
Boom, boom.
together. Right.
Dude, it's amazing how your technique is just so focused on, like Bonham's was. Like all real good drummers, their technique is focused down here. Like me, I always have a hard time. I always keep my stuff out like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of in like this.
Yeah, it's certain. You know there's a certain economy of motion, and it doesn't mean that you're not hitting hard. It just means that you're using the muscles in your forearm to produce that sound instead of coming from up here.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
this looks. I mean, you are hitting hard if you hit this hard, but it's not as efficient. You know, an expenditure of energy. Plus, I don't like the sound that you get from hitting a drum this way.
And a cymbal.
It's more about pulling the sound of the drum.
Well, you know what?
Pulling the sound out.
It's not that,
rather than driving it through.
It's kind of a very similar concept to Bruce Lee's one-inch punch a little bit.
Because there's a snap. Exactly.
A snap.
That's right. That's the same with the cymbal crashes. Yeah. Like I notice a lot of people when they crash a cymbal, they crash through it. And then if the cymbals are higher, you know, you can do it. It's kind of hard to do it when the cymbals aren't that high.
Right.
But that's to me that's unnecessary, and it doesn't sound as good. I think the cymbal opens up more nicely when you give it a little glance. You can give it a glance, or when you pull off of it. Not slaying it so that it ends up like, you know, you end up keyholing the shit out of it.
Yeah,
it cracks. They end up cracking. Right. But if you hit it fast, like I'm pulling back off of it. There's a bit of a snap or a whip type action, and it's the same with the drums. I think you get a better sound out of the toms, all the drums, if you don't try to hit through the drum, but you try to pull the sound.
Well, exactly.
Out, you know. Yesterday, and I had moved the gong a while ago when I moved the drums, and I changed from the gold sparkle to this kit.
Oh yeah.
And the gong was like back over there, and you know I got to one of those points where I was like doing that. And the gong was too far away. I was like, I had to almost fell off the seat.
Wait, did we determine is that a 36?
No, it's a 32-inch Peisty Mars gong.
That's just a 32.
Yeah.
It looks grand.
That's what she said.
Well, because we have a 30. Frank in the Kashmir band has a 30, and it's just
it's a 32.
32. That's a great size. Because Bonham, I think at first when you see him at Kinetic Playground stuff, when it's on the floor, I don't think it's any bigger than a 30.
Yeah, I think it was like a 30 or 32.
Because it only comes up to about here behind him.
Yeah.
You know, I used to have a stand like that. Those little stands.
Then there's all the Bonham gear stuff, which you've been diligently researching about the depth of the bass drum. Any word?
Well, what happened was, see, the thing is I always assumed well, you know what the thing was? I asked Thompson again. I've said this a trillion times. Back in like maybe well, I was living in the city at the time, so it was between 2000 and 2004. I just shot him an email. I just made the assumption at that time that one bass drum might have been 16 deep and one maybe 14.
Oh, yeah.
And I just asked him, I said, "Hi, Paul, Terry King from Chicago. Are bass drums the same depth?" He said, "Yes." And I left it at that.
Right.
So, but then somebody had emailed, they're like, "Well, Terry, you know what? They measured," because what had happened was he apparently had either emailed Thompson or contacted him on Facebook, and I did too. Like, it finally dawned on me, I'm friends with Paul Thompson. Why don't I just ask him again? So I said, "Paul Thompson, this is Terry Keating." I gave him my phone number and stuff, which I did post this somewhere, but I left my phone number out. But he got my phone number. I said, "Do you mind if I ask a couple questions about the depth of the bass drum? There's a huge thing."
You know, most everyone knows this story by now, because you've posted like 12 videos.
I know. But I just say this. Anyway, the point is,
sorry, man.
You're right. I do think though the bass drum will probably turn out to be 15.
But did you hear anything since the last video?
No,
because you were like driving in your car and you were freaking out that there's going to be a book. And Paul Thompson's gonna get back to you. Did he?
No, he did. Well, he did. He said yes. like, do you mind if we talk? He said yes. But then I shot him a few more things and I never heard back from him.
Because you said just measure between here and that'll
yeah,
be the...
Yeah, just measure between the two lugs. Because you get 5.5 inches on a 14-inch depth between the legs and Ludwig.
Yeah, I mean,
and you
man,
get
every picture you see of that bass drum looks wider than a 14.
Except
it may not
like
be a 16.
Except for like
it may not be a 16, but
it's not a 14.
Carmine Apiece had
a 15s
at
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it could very well be he just said, get them what I've got, and they were both 15s.
Well, that's just interesting because, well, see, again, I'm very obsessive compulsive and a little mental-ish. I'm a mentally person, as some of us
So am I.
Bonham people are. But the thing is, it would literally bother me in every picture because I'd be watching and I'd come across a picture again and I'd be like, there's
and there's no, and we've talked about this before, but it is no other kit with a 14 depth bass drum looks like that.
There's no other picture.
The amber Vista lights, the green sparkles, the steel kit. Those look like a 14.
Yeah, there's not one photograph that depicts it
exactly
to me.
Well, I think we should probably wrap this one up.
Yeah, we'll wrap this one. Do you want to end on a crazy solo, or do you want to end on not a crazy solo? Why don't you do something a lot of people always like that you do? We can move the camera behind you while you do what you were doing before with a little preview of the Roy Albert Hall stuff that you're just sort of the paradiddle and then the fast singles.
Oh yeah,
You want to do that real
fast?
fast?
If you take that off of there, just we got to turn the level down.
Okay.
Hang on a tick.
Yeah, because I think people would be dying to see that from behind again. You know how they are. Would you carry it though? Because I'm shaking the clown. You want me to hold it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm a little shaky. All right,
Well, you can see in the viewfinder there.
There we go.
So
This is the action.
just real quick.
Okay.
He often ends the first part of his solo in Moby Dick playing that.
Yeah, okay.
You know, that.
monster. That really is power. And what I tried to do was also get a little clip of your hands, how tight they are at your waist. I got a little bit of your foot. You might have to see if there's like a stabilize function, because I am Shakes the Clown. You know what I mean?
Well, that's all right.
And again, real fast, we'll give him a little bonus.
Oh, wait, you know what we might have to do? Did you get any little bit of a detuning down here, do you think? Remember occasionally
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Where's your key?
Right on that little table.
Okay, let's just see. I'll be very... And you got to be gentle, everybody, because you don't want to... No, that one's good. No, this one sometimes is the guy. No, you did a hell of a job, dude.
Not really this time.
It didn't happen. That's amazing.
Well, the longer we weren't, bashing on him for that long.
Well, you're the puppet master.
All right, well,
And there's the cake.
there's the cake.
Oh, baby.
Happy 70th birthday, Bonzo.
Absolutely. God, can you believe it, man?
More videos on the way.
More videos on the way. And
you soon.
oh yeah, and we're gonna tonight. I'm gonna take my iPhone and do an immigrant song, and want me to record you doing.
Yeah.
I have my system down.
Yeah, let's do it.
I had 2 minutes of me at the show last week.
Maybe I'll bring this thing.
Bring that too, man.
All right.
Would appreciate that.
Cheerio.
Thank you for watching. More videos on the way.
TTFN.